Panda, have you finally finalized it? Gave it your thought?
I would have to say it would be a...
What is up, guys, and welcome to PGC Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan, or Sunny always, and we're joined here by Caleb, or
Hey,
AK40.
Hey, that's me.
And we have a very special guest with us, the one and only, the Geeky Panda. How are you?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
So, Caleb, I think...
Happy.
Yeah.
Caleb, I think you have some topics to go over.
Yeah, so starting out, we're going to be doing a little Q&A with the Geeky Panda himself. Next up, we got... Yeah, that one's a spicy one. I bet you couldn't have guessed that one, could you? That was a... Whoa.
Nah.
Next up, we have... it's about to get harder to buy a high-end gaming PC. A lot of regulations, pre-built stuff. It's going to be a very spicy topic. And then finally, of course, we always review the top games of all time. So we're going to add to that. We have 5 new games to review. And of course, we always have the special headline at the end that no one talks about until we get to it. Maybe we'll get to it this episode. Maybe we won't. That's for us to decide. So, all right, starting all the way up. Ryan, I know you and Panda actually have something pretty in common.
Yeah.
What is that? What do you guys have in common?
So conventions, I am actually a big horror movie fan, and I go to a couple conventions. I went to one last week, and I know you do a couple conventions as well.
Yep. Mostly gaming and anime conventions, but I love it.
Yeah. So do you normally film them, or how do you go about going to them and everything?
I normally film them, like, usually how I work out is, it's like I got my DSLR, and then sometimes I use a GoPro as well, and I just film my experience, showcase everything, cosplayers, maybe some of the panels if they interest me, all that dandy stuff. It's literally at the end of a convention, I will have somewhere around 40 to 100 gigabytes worth of footage.
Wow.
God.
That's insane.
Dude, you just carry around a bunch of flash drives and hard drives around with you? Dang, dude.
Yeah, no, I got a 128 gigabyte SD card in my thing. I ain't joking, and I got these backup boys in here.
Dang,
Jeez.
That's solid, man.
Yeah.
So as far as like a crazy story, I have a crazy convention story, and then we can go to you, and you probably give one. Mm-hmm. So probably 2 weeks ago, I went to a convention in Indianapolis. It was a horror movie convention, and there was Corey Taylor.
Hey, Ryan, we might have to bleep that one out, okay?
Okay.
Okay, no, I just messed with you.
But yeah, so Corey Taylor, Alice Cooper, a bunch of people from like the original Halloween movie was there. So we're waiting in line, and we're waiting to get our wristbands and everything like that. And then along walks Alice Cooper just right beside us. And we're like, holy crap, is that Alice Cooper? So I think that was a pretty crazy thing. And I don't think anybody really realized it was him. But we're sitting there and we're kind of freaking out. But do you have anything crazy, any fun story that you had at a convention?
Okay, so this was at New York Comic Con. Mm-hmm. One of my friends got me a ticket to go meet. Hold on here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Seth Green.
So, oh no, dude, that's crazy.
And so I was excited meeting Seth Green, and with that, of course, Joker from Mass Effect, of course, Robot Chicken. But when I got up there, first off, the handler was like, "Okay, this is how it's gonna work." It was like, autographs are okay, but no pictures, all this stuff. Remember, no pictures. I'm like,
right,
cool, cool. So I get up there, as he was signing autographing, I told him like, yeah, I love you in the Mass Effect series as Joker, your Robot Chicken, your episode's hilarious and all that stuff. We started talking, starting to geek out, and then he was like, hey, dude, he's like, do you want a selfie with me? I looked at the handler who was like, why, yes. Like, listen, I didn't offer.
Yeah.
He did. I'm not going to say no to Seth Green having a selfie with him. No.
Yeah, you don't turn down Seth Green, man. That's crazy, dude.
That is crazy.
The handler was just like, I'm like,
Dude, that's actually insane.
Yeah, no, that was a very fond moment.
Yeah. So moving into it, when did you start getting into conventions and started doing your whole YouTube thing?
That was back in with my original YouTube channel, which is around 2006, and it wasn't even about YouTube. It wasn't even about convention. It was more about gaming. Mm-hmm. Like I did like simple unboxing videos. Right. I did the potato setup of take a camera and point it to the screen and record. And, yeah. And what really got me into it was watching all these creators and stuff like that, like way back in the day. And I'm like, I wish I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I started making YouTube videos. And then while I was watching this one creator who did cosplay music videos, I'm like, oh my God, I want to do that too. And that's what really started pushing me to do convention content for my channel. And it basically took off from there.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Like, that's insane that you've been around since '06. Like,
Yeah,
dude, that's
06, 07. Yeah, it's
yeah, you got
oh God, I feel old because I still remember you can like change the background of your YouTube channel, all these like little things that you used to do, and then you can't do it anymore. So yeah,
that's crazy, dude. That's like the real OG. Like, wait, when did YouTube come out? Like '05? So you're like a year out in that. That's insane.
was it? Oh,
Was
dude.
it 05?
I
Was
think.
it 05? Hold on. Google's the 2005.
Wow.
Hey, see?
Wow. Yeah, I feel old now.
Yeah.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
Okay,
I have
lighter.
a question. Yeah, I have a question for you. So the Geeky Panda, where did that name come from?
So, I had a habit back then of always changing my identity on YouTube, my name, because it just at a certain point it just doesn't fit me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, all throughout the these names here and there I change, and then I'm like, you know what? This is going to be for real. Let's be serious about this. Let's stop changing names, because I'm just abandoning a ship that's just basically sailing out of port at that point. So I thought to myself, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need something to describe me. I'm like, okay. And then I thought about it a little bit, and then I got reminded, because back in high school, people used to call me Panda because I was Asian. And it wasn't a negative thing, it was just Panda. I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah, the pandas are awesome. Roll with it. And then I'm like, okay, let's do something with that. Like, okay, what else can I add in there? I'm a huge geek. And then the Geeky Panda was born.
Hey, that's
There we go.
actually pretty cool. I like the backstory behind that. So go
I'm
ahead.
just happy that no one took it. I'm like, well, someone did, but I just had to add in like the blog at the end. Just to
Oh, okay. So that was that was my other question. Is like, what's up with the blog aspect of that?
Yeah, it was. I think someone had the name already, but I'm like, let's do this. Just add it a little in there. Like, you know who I am.
So you talked about like getting started. What was your favorite video you've made so far?
Honestly, and I would have to go back to my YouTube for this. It would have to be my, my convention memories montage from 2014 to 2019,
Okay.
and it's literally like,
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
yeah, literally throughout the years of me attending all these conventions, because I literally made a montage because I was watching the Grand Tour on Amazon, and the final episode where they decided to stop the show and start doing specials, they had like a little montage scene of them throughout the years being together, and I'm like, this would be perfect for me and my conventions, like, because I've had so many experiences, and so that's what I did. It was just like literally a trip down memory lane. I can remembering these moments at conventions, meeting these awesome people, these guests. It was really it was really a really nice memories to to go through again. Which sadly, all my convention footage accidentally got deleted because the hard drive died.
Wait, from just that from 2014 to 19, it all got gone, or just a specific year?
All got gone.
No,
Wow.
dude.
The whole, like, it was almost a terabyte worth.
Dude,
I lost.
that
was
is so unfortunate. Yeah.
But
Dude.
I'm happy that I was able, like, I still got like my PAX East stuff from last year, and I was just happy I made this video before,
Dude, that's like, what's the timeline? Like, when did you post that video, and when did it get corrupted or broke?
Well, like, the hard drive was always been there, but it was just the hard drive that was kind of, I just kind of was lazy,
Yeah.
and I should have replaced it, which I finally did with a 4 terabyte external that is much better.
Yeah.
And then I have a 1 terabyte with me that I'll take to conventions. That'll be like another backup. So have a backup of your backup at all times. But yeah, no, I've learned lessons, but that was a damn good.
Yeah.
Those were some good time, stuff like that.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020, I guess, on that.
Yeah, always back up your footage, everyone, because you don't know what might happen.
That's
God.
that's just crazy that you made that video though. Like
Yeah.
you made that video, and then afterwards you kind of like put the nail in the coffin. Your hard drive went out.
it was like a poetic end in a sense, as you could say. And honestly, it. I'm just happy that I was able to do it. That it happened. I got it uploaded, and we're good to go.
For sure.
Here we go.
So you mentioned YouTube. When did you start doing Twitch?
I made my Twitch account back in 2017-ish, but back then I was more into YouTube than anything else. And I saw Twitch as a potential, and so I kind of messed around with it a little bit, did some streams here and there. I wasn't used to it because people think you're a YouTuber, you can easily do Twitch, or vice versa, and it doesn't work like that at all. So like I was kind of being lazy about it. And then at a certain point, then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This could actually be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go more and more into this bandwagon here, and that's what ended up happening. Was like I got more and more into streaming, and I'm like, okay, let's make this persistent. Let's make this an addition to my content. You want to watch my live streams? Cool. You want to just watch my unique YouTube videos? Awesome. Here we go.
For sure, that's actually really cool. Yeah, it's a hard balance between YouTube and Twitch because they're like totally different beasts. From outside looking in, it looks like, oh yeah, you just upload Twitch, cut it down, put it on YouTube, but it's totally something different.
It's the famous last words. Honestly, it is, but no, it's. I wish I started sooner. Let's just say that.
Yeah, getting in on ground up on early Twitch days, man, they recommended a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people got popular just off of little Twitch recommendations and everything. So I bet you there's going to be another one of those like influxes of people, and so we're sitting here starting now, so hopefully there's another wave that'll come through, and
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time now, and I've seen content creators come and go. So and then I've seen things change so much over the years. So it's interesting. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and platforms like Mixer and stuff as well that come in, and so you don't know.
They were talking a lot of game, but they just couldn't back it up at the end.
Yeah, that's one thing that really got me like caught off guard with Mixer. I'm like, there is no place to have something like this. We do not need another Twitch, right? And we don't need another Microsoft Twitch. It'd be cool if they had like a better version of Twitch, but they basically just copied Twitch and just paid people to come over to it, and it was a worse version of Twitch that had nobody on it. So they really fumbled the ball on that one. I'm curious of like what kind of executives talk to each other and is like, hey, this is it, Mixer. this is our go-to. Yeah. What is your current favorite way to play video games right now? PC, Xbox, PlayStation?
PC. I've been part with the PC Master Race ever since I was 6 years old with my first computer.
Damn, dude.
I still remember all the games I played back then growing up, like Red Alert 1 and 2, StarCraft, Brood War, freaking Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, The Sims. I'm naming out Warcraft 2 even.
Yeah, you're getting too geeky on us.
Yeah, but no, PC has always been the thing for me. But I do like to play my Switch though, because exclusive games. But PC's my main, Switch is my side.
What about you, Ryan?
Yeah. I actually just recently bought a Xbox Series X. I was able to snap one. So
big boy.
And yeah.
How?
So
are you the guy are you the guy with all the bots that I can't get mine on? Yeah.
No. So there's this website that I found, and I did all of my research. I watched countless YouTube videos. I texted like 7 or 8 different people, and there's shoe website. This is not a plug. Shoe website called StockX.
Oh no!
You buy like shoes off of
it,
and I talked to several different people at work, and this guy was like, I bought a PS5 from there. And I was like, oh, God. So I was like, I'm going to wait and get his reaction to, like, seeing how it goes for a month, because it might, like, just crap out on him. And sure enough, a month later, he was like, it runs fine. It's a PS5. It's an official thing. They do a verification. And so I ended up pulling the trigger on one, and I have one right now, and it's awesome. So, but... like Panda said, back in the day, I did play some PC with Sims and all that stuff, Tomb Raider and all that good stuff like that. But I've always kind of wanted an Xbox when I was a little bit younger, never able to get one. And now that I have a decent amount of money, I can, get what I want.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, when it comes to like, okay, so my first console was a 360. I shouldn't say that. My first console was an N64. So I played the hell out of that thing, and then moved into a GameCube. Dude, you cannot beat any GameCube game. I don't know what they were making or what was cooking, what kind of food those executives were making to make those games on GameCube, but like one after another, boom, 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 man. It's insane, all the GameCube games. But what's that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, with the N64 games and all that, Blockbuster, going to Blockbuster and getting a game. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Like it was like 2 or 3 days, or it was, and then I still remember us going to Blockbuster to rent VHS tapes.
Yep.
Wait, was it like Be Kind and Rewind? I think
Yep.
that was the classic slogan.
That's a good movie too.
But no, the oh man, you can't replace those. Those
Yeah.
were the glory days.
Dude, I have no idea. I don't think they really didn't make a bad GameCube game.
No.
They really did.
You could probably find one, but you just have to be really looking.
Yeah, I think nostalgia would still make it 10 times better, but
Like N64, there was a couple of bad ones. The Superman game, yeah.
So moving in, I recently got a PC, which I'm glad I bought a pre-built one, because that's the only way to get a graphics card these days. And I'm glad I got mine now because apparently it's harder to get a high-end gaming PC right now. So let's go ahead and pull up the article. It's very interesting. I was not expecting them to take this route. Do you guys think this has to do with like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? What do you guys think?
I think it's a combination of everything rolled into one.
Mm-hmm.
Because the cryptocurrency, we saw like piles of graphics cards that are easily accessible.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have, with Corona, we got the chipset shortage.
Yeah.
Which, surprisingly enough, those chipsets are used in a lot of things, which includes not only graphics cards but game consoles like PS5s, cell phones even. So it's not one specific thing. I think it's just basically everything rolled into like this one perfect storm that just that happened.
Yeah, it's a very odd take. It says here in the article, it says, according to a statement from Dell, the only models that are currently affected by the new regulations are Alienware Aurora, R10, and the R12. So those are like the ultra high-end gaming PCs. And this is all driven by the California Energy Commission. So I think it's California and like a few other states that are going to be enacting this to where you can't buy pre-built gaming PCs, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
It's so stupid. Like, can I curse in here?
Yeah, no, you're good.
No, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
This is... Someone even mentioned this, too, in a comment. So, fuck the consumers, but corporations that use computers that are definitely more power hungry, like servers, those things aren't no joke. Yeah. Like, you can give them a free pass, but fuck the little guy who just wants to play some games.
Mm-hmm. Well, let alone like California's pushing all these like EV incentives too. Like California really wants you to buy an electric car. They have all these tax incentives. They have everything, and there is no comparison from how much a EV takes up compared to how much a gaming computer takes up. And let alone like all the uses you can have for a gaming computer. It's not necessarily just gaming. Like, mine is mainly used for business, so like I know a lot of people that they buy gaming PCs because it's the only thing they can use for their business.
Is this affecting like lower end, like keyboards and stuff like that aren't pre-built? Like the prices of those? So
currently it's just affecting the top of the line, like high end. We're talking like $2,000 to $3,000 gaming PCs, and Dell was currently the only one right now that took it off their store for those specific states.
Which is surprising because you think I think it gets enacted in December.
Yeah.
And California gave them like, hey, if you want to clear out your stock, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why we're giving this little leeway. But it's like, Dell just did like a full Dell just basically said, fuck it, just stop everything, ship everything else to the other states.
Yeah, it's odd. in the article, they have a statement from Dell itself. It states Alienware has always been known for pushing the limits when it comes to innovation. While we respect the laws of all cities, states, and countries. So I guess it's just like a generic, yeah, we don't want to get sued or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like they only did this to drive sales. I really do. I think because they're the first ones to take their PCs off, and it's only the top two. So now I feel like everybody's going to kind of rush. They see Dell on there, and Dell's taking off PC, so maybe Dell's thinking like maybe we might be able to sell more PCs.
What sucks is like, what about the the computer shops out there that build, well, because this is only for pre-built, right? This is not for like custom.
Yeah,
either they're gonna get a lot of business, or they're gonna, if they're reliant on selling pre-built PCs and they're in California, well, you might have to start moving to a different state just so you can continuing your business.
Right. It says electronics like game consoles and DIY desktop PCs are not subject to these regulations, which is weird because if their whole goal is preventing electric shortage, then it's like a high majority of people own a console. A high majority of people own a desktop, a DIY desktop PC. So I feel like this is just kind of reaching in terms of preventing electric usage. I think it's far reaching on this one.
Yeah, it sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Panda.
No, I just still think like the whole situation is just stupid. Again, you're concentrating on like the small, like you're taking the big thing and you want to shave it off, but you're just shaving off like the one little thing, and they're like done, and they're like,
yeah, like what about the rest?
They like take like a ruler, like what is this?
So we talked about the PC gaming, and I know Panda, there's one game out there that you're really looking forward to playing in probably an hour or 2 hours from now, Halo Infinite.
I'm checking my
Not yet.
Maybe, like the technical test is coming, but I'm just waiting for my stupid email.
Did you see the 8-minute video on YouTube about the Slayer match? Were you able to watch that?
Yeah.
That they released? What'd you think about that?
Yeah. Okay, first off, let me just say, whoever was playing that, you camped way too hard at that one area. Wait, actually, no, the Slayer match itself, no, that the from beginning to end, right?
Yep.
Oh no, that one, no, I can't wait, honestly. Like I thought it was like, I'm cautiously optimistic, like cautiously excited.
Yeah.
Like what I'm seeing is good, but I need to have something in my hand to play before. And even then, like, wait till the final race to give full final judgment. But
it's definitely
gonna be excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, one thing I like about your content is your reactions too. Like I watched your Dead Space reaction, and that was so funny. You were like, "What is this? What is it? Holy shit! It's Dead Space!"
Yeah,
that was so good.
Oh my god! Like I love the Dead Space series, and while 3 wasn't as good as it should have been, the DLC had was full on redemption mode, bringing back to its roots, and I got so pissed we never got a sequel to that. I'm like, damn it! But you know what? Full on remake. Let's go. Just don't change anything. Like, just don't cut away anything. If need be, you can add stuff, but just keep the original game in mind.
There we go. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. So in terms of Halo Infinite, I know originally one thing that really threw everybody off was the E3 trailer that they put out, and boy, whenever I saw that, I was kind of optimistic a little bit because I knew this wasn't the final build, and I was hoping that 343 wasn't going to put out that kind of quality game, but man, they got thrashed. Thrashed.
I was defending them because I was like, guys, it's probably just the build at the time they had. which they honestly probably should have waited to
They
record
should've,
a
yeah.
different build. Like, but I'm just, after seeing all these games come out, like Battlefield 5 that came out way too early, I'm kind of happy that they delayed it because now the game is looking even better. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's one thing. Like when it comes to like Battlefield 2042, Halo Infinite, they do not want to have a mistake as big as like their previous titles that they have. So like with Battlefield 5, like they definitely rushed that. They should have waited a whole extra year before they put that game out. And so seeing Halo Infinite wait, and which is shocking because they didn't have to wait. They could have put whatever they had out and do like a slow progress bar on their game essentially. And I'm sure they missed out a lot of sales on the Xbox One X too from that. So I'm just again like your take on it. I'm just glad they're waiting, and we can finally see that the wait kind of paid off, And I'm sure you're gonna get hands on and actually see what the wait, kind of looked like.
Let's see what happens until I get the goddamn email for the goddamn technical test.
So moving in, we always talk about the greatest games of all time. We always rank the greatest games of all time, and today is no different. So currently on today's list, I'll read these out to you. So we have from masterpiece all the way down to horrible, and we have a little category if we all haven't played it and we're not equipped to review it. So we have Sonic Mania. Has anybody in here played Sonic Mania? Sonic?
Nope.
Okay.
I can imagine my friend being a huge Sonic fan, be like, Panda. I'm like,
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get the chance to play it yet.
Now this one I do know there's people that play this is Batman Arkham City.
Yes.
Do we have any Arkham City fans in here? Ryan, have you played it?
Yeah, I have. I enjoy it. I liked all the Arkham games. I think the first I couldn't tell you what the first one I played was, but on the 360, if you would get this like Game Informer magazine, it would come with like a disc, and you could play like an hour of that game. And I remember they had an Arkham game that had that, and I fell in love with it. So I liked all the Arkham games. So as far as a grade goes, you said Arkham City?
Yeah, Arkham City.
I would give it in a middle ground, probably like a 6. So what would that be? Good?
Yeah, that would be let me pull it up here. That would be good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, what about you, Panda? What are your thoughts on Batman Arkham City?
I enjoyed the living shit out of it. Especially the amount of content they put in, the Easter eggs they put in. It was, like, to me, it just improved everything the first one did. And, seeing a lot of people, like, Mark Hamill reprising his role and all that stuff, like Kevin Conroy reprising his role, like, just being like, it's just like a kid again watching Batman the Animated Series, but playing it as a game. I loved it from start to finish. And rating wise, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a masterpiece, but my God, is it up there?
Okay.
Let's go for a solid. Is this like a 1 to 10 scenario?
Yeah, 1 to 10.
Let's go a solid 8.
Okay, so we're looking for 8. We're looking at great. So we have a battle here. So Ryan's at a good, and you're at a great. I would be at a very good. So I'd be at like a 6, because I remember watching. The only way I was able to play this was going over to a friend's house, and he had everything beat. He had all the riddles, and dude, it was so cool watching him go ride around on the Batmobile, dude. I'm definitely would put this at a very good for sure. So Ryan's at a good, I'm at a very good, and Panda's at a great. Let's go ahead and meet in the middle at a
Like a
very
7?
good. Yeah, a solid
7.
7. Yeah, solid 7. Batman Arkham City. That's fair. Okay, moving into the next one. I honestly just realized this is on there. Does anybody know Jungle Party? Jungle Party. I've never.
Sounds familiar.
Do you know? This
like
is so. This is supposed to be the list of the greatest games of all time. I've never heard of Jungle Party. So, whoops, haven't played that one.
This is a pre-built list that we're just reading over.
Yeah. It's a pre-built list of all the greatest games. There's like 100 and something games on here, and we've rated a good chunk of them. So
yeah,
we're gonna pass. Well, go ahead.
It's like that one scene from Guardians of the
Panda.
Galaxy. It's like, I'm Star-Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like jungle part. Ooh.
I bet you we're gonna have a few Jungle Party fans out there that'd be like, "Dang it, man! They didn't review my favorite game." Okay, so we do have one that I'm sure we've all played: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'll start out on this one. So, my first game that I've ever played on the 360 was Modern Warfare 2, and whenever Modern Warfare 3 came out, that trailer, dude. I was literally just taken away by how cool that game was. Modern Warfare 3 did a lot of interesting things compared to Modern Warfare 2, but man, it's gonna be tough ranking it. Great, very good. I would have to put it at like very good or great. I'm kind of on the line, maybe like a 7.5. What do you guys think?
Panda, you want to go first, or I can go? You're eating.
I'm still processing. You go.
Okay, well I'll go.
It's tough.
So I think the Modern Warfare 2, the kind of what the crap moment with Shepard, that kind of I feel like Modern Warfare in the beginning always had a way of like pulling on your heartstrings, and then
Right.
Spoiler alert, but when Soap passed away,
Dude, you spoiled that for me, man. I'm not.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was when the story mode was really good. You know, you like felt for the characters and just all the missions. I enjoyed it a lot. I'd say like a 7.5, just like you.
Mm-hmm. Panda, have you finally finalized it? Gave it your thought?
I would have to say it was decent.
Decent.
Well, to me, because this was during a time when the original the guys who had Infinity Ward left,
Yeah.
and this was like literally the turmoil. It had some really great ideas going for it. Some campaign moments I enjoyed. Some of the multiplayer stuff, like the what's that mode where it's like going against waves of like bots, basically.
Survival mode.
Yeah, survival.
I love survival.
I love that mode too.
That was awesome.
Underground, dude. Underground with the little 2 turrets sitting up there, dude. You can't beat that.
I felt like it missed the mark. Like it knew what it wanted to do. It had an idea. It tried to do it, but it didn't quite get there. And I'm gonna just like, compared to the other Modern Warfare games, those were awesome. For this one, I have to say D.
Okay. So what out of 10? Where would you be at again?
Well, you guys said what?
Okay.
7.5.
I said 7.5. You're at
I'll go easy 6 on this one.
easy 6. Okay. So that's fair. If we're at a 7.5, you're at a 6. We'll bring it all the way down to a 7, and meet right in the middle there. Modern Warfare 3, man. I'm surprised you didn't like that one, but I guess I can kind of understand compared to like all the other games. It definitely is a more interesting one. And then the last game we're going to be reviewing today is Crash Team Racing. This is Nitro Fuel. It's the newest one, right? Have you played? I know this is. It's kind of sad that Sean's not here because I know he plays this game all the time. Ryan, have you played this game?
I'm thinking in my brain bank right now. I think I've actually played it with Sean. So I'm trying to remember.
Panda, have you played Crash Team? No.
No.
Ryan,
No.
Ryan, we may want to bookmark this one because I know Sean loves this game and he'd be able to. So we're gonna put. Go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't give you an honest thing because I remember probably playing, but I could see Sean definitely playing that game.
Okay. What about Mass Effect 2? Now that's.
Oh boy!
I was... Okay, go ahead, Panda. I'll let you loose. You get this one.
I remember exactly where I was when I first started playing, and I borrowed it from one of my college friends in the dorm, and it was like, I loved the first Mass Effect, loved it, kept playing through it all over. Paragon, by the way.
In case you didn't know.
It was like one of those games where you're never going to have that same experience again, like you playing it for the first time, and it was just so awesome with the amount of characters, the story. It was like, I give it the highest, the fullest remarks. I'm going with a solid 10 on this one.
Okay, 10 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah. It just got me so involved with it, and it just was like so great. And they fixed a lot of the issues of the first one, like the stupid driving was an interesting
Yeah.
But no, I love it. Also, Garrus is awesome. Make sure Garrus is on your team, by the way.
Okay. Garrus, 10 out of 10. All right. Oh, Ryan, have you played Mass Effect 2?
I have, and I do agree with Panda a lot. I think it pulled you in a lot. The story was great. The players were great. I'm very tough on this list, so I'm gonna give it like an 8.5. But I do agree. I do agree a lot. But like masterpiece, I'm trying to wait because I've done like 2 or 3 episodes. So I'm being very tough about this list.
Okay. We got strict Ryan. I would have to say I'm kind of with Panda on this one, honestly. It made Mass Effect, the whole franchise. I think without Mass Effect 2, man, you really couldn't have the progression of the story. You couldn't have so much, man. So I would definitely put Mass Effect 2 9 or 10. I'm trying to think. I'll say 10. Panda's here. Panda seems really involved. I'll say 10.
Yeah. Let's do a 10 on that one.
Let's do a 10. I think I agree with you. Let's do a solid 10 out of 10.
Like, the one thing I'm jealous about is you got people out there that are playing it for the first time with Legendary Edition. And, and playing for the first time is like, you don't know what's going to happen. And you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I'm so jealous that they're playing it for the first time because, like, I want that feeling again, but I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Did you like the remastered version?
I don't own it.
I
have my copies on the PS3, as well as my copies on the PC with the OG stuff. When it goes down in price more, I'll probably pick it up. But right now, no.
Yeah.
I can just go back to playing the original stuff.
And they get all the nostalgia and not have to worry about whether they did the remaster right or wrong.
Yeah. Like,
that is a good take on that. So, all right, moving in to our final segment here. We got to talk a little bit about Panda's channel and Panda's Twitch. Twitch, where do we find you at, Panda?
You watched a video on YouTube, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was because you guys commented on it, and I'm like, I was a few days late for the reply. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Yeah. Let's go. I was like, you know what? Let's check this. Let's do the podcast. Let's see how it is and all that stuff. Yeah, it was YouTube originally.
So where do we find you at on Twitch? Where do we find you at on YouTube? Where can our viewers go find you at?
For YouTube, it's the Geeky Panda Blog.
Okay.
All one thing, but let me just check to make sure because if you type in,
I think you could just type in Geeky Panda.
The Geeky Panda, you'll just see my stuff as well. That's YouTube. For Twitch, it's Geeky Panda 404. All one thing, of course. I had to change because someone, took the name.
That happens, yeah.
Yeah. Website wise, it's gonna be. Yeah. I know. I'm just.
Hey, don't worry. I'm pulling these up right there with you. It should be thegeekypanda.net. Is that right?
Yep. Thegeekypanda.net is my website, which is basically it's a centralized thing. You can find everything there. And Twitter, you can find me on Twitter at @the_geeky_panda.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the big stuff.
Yeah. So go check out Panda. He makes a lot of good stuff. My favorite so far is your squad videos. I just got into squad, and me and Sean's been trying to figure out going from like Call of Duty and Battlefield, that kind of thing, going into a more like actual realistic shooter like Tarkov or Squad is a big thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a eye opener.
Yeah,
if you're coming from like those games and jumping into this pool,
like I get shot once and I'm dead.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
Or the incense, like in Call of Duty, you always reload. Like you can fire one bullet, and then your mind's like reload. don't know when you're gonna need that one bullet, and then you die reloading because it always happens. Like, but in games like Squad or like Tarkov, like no, I will reload when I absolutely have to, or when the magazine's empty.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Panda, it's been a pleasure, man. I really enjoyed talking to you. I'm really glad that you hopped on our podcast and you're able to share a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your channel. Ryan, do you have any ending words for Panda?
No, I think it was awesome. You're a great guy from what I've seen and everything like that, and you're pretty fun to talk to, and I really appreciate you joining us.
Oh, thank you guys. I'm really happy I put you guys up on the offer on YouTube.
Make you cry.
It's like,
oh, sharing all the tears. Oh, can't handle it. Yeah.
Actually, no. I will give you 2 more notes.
Oh, hey, we've been graced by
the nut button. This is a business expense too. A $20.
Yeah,
business
it's a write-off, man. It's all write-offs. Hey, I'm right there with you. Yeah, so again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check us out, PGC Podcast. We just put up a Gamepass Gauntlet. I put that up yesterday. Check it out. We reviewed Backbone, a new Gamepass game that just hit recently. And this week we have, on Sunday, we have the PGC Tour. So if you like flight sim, if you like flying in the air, want to get some cool shots, just chill out, watch some flight sim. Go check out PGC Tours. Okay. And then, of course, always... Oh, he's got the whole setup. Dude,
Whoa.
you missed... Dude, it's such a shame that Sean wasn't here today because, man, you guys could actually geek out on flight stuff. That's,
You'd
man...
be freaking out.
He would actually be freaking out. He's got, like, the whole...
Yeah. It's the same setup.
What joystick is that?
Thrustmaster.
Yep.
Yep.
Dude.
Like the Xbox One.
Yep.
But I'm like, you know what? I'll just plug it in my PC and be like, that'll be that.
I think that's exactly what he uses. I guess great minds think alike, or I guess if you go from Xbox to PC, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, all right, that's it. Everybody say one last word. Ryan, what's your one single last word? You only get to say one last word before we end it. One single last word.
None.
Okay, what about you, Panda? One last word. One last word. Single. Has to be one word.
Shit.
Okay. All right. And my last word, as always, is...
Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below for any feedback and suggestions. I am gonna go bend Sandy behind the crusty crowd now. Bye.